Well, g'day all and welcome to our monthly market update. Now, throughout April, we celebrated Anzac Day and all of our servicemen and women, and it got us thinking about how the world changed after each of the wars. Now, whilst times are drastically different now, many comparisons are still being drawn to the global experience throughout the COVID pandemic. The First World War ended in November 1918, and what followed was the world experienced a decade of economic growth, with people wanting to celebrate life on the other side of such pain and disaster. You see, there was freedom and entrepreneurial energy, and consequently we had a boom in construction and rapid growth in the purchase of consumer goods such as cars. Similar to the 1920s, post-World War II we experienced the same, where people moved on with life in a fast way and there was widespread prosperity driven by the deferred spending. With global pandemic of the 2020s, the question is, are we in a similar position? Well, the signs are compelling. Now, to give further confidence to growth in spending, it was reported in April that the national unemployment rate is down to 5.6%. More than 70,000 jobs were added to the workforce in March. Australia's labour market is recovering at a rate of 4.5 times faster than the labour market experienced during the 1990s recession. So while full-time employment decreased a little under 21,000, part-time employment jumped by 91,500 to 4.2 million people, according to the ABS. More than 80% of the job surge in March went to women and around half went to young people. The participation rate, meaning the percentage of people working or actively looking for work, rose to a new high of 66.3%, up from 66.1% in February. A new Treasury analysis shows the economy grew by 7.5 billion in the December quarter alone, due to the people holidaying at home and spending their money here. The boost is equivalent to 1.5% of the GDP for the quarter. Essentially, it shows that domestic spending has more than offset the impact of the severe restrictions of our international borders. So, with all of those economic indicators, what are we seeing in the property market? A recent update from ANZ on home price predictions puts Melbourne house prices tipped to increase by 16% this year and an additional 6% next, with ANZ stating they believe APRA may put the brakes on lending availability to prevent unsustainable growth in the medium term. The Commonwealth Bank, on the other side, has also reported that they expect more than 10% growth over the next 12 months. Melbourne's median home price cracked the $1 million mark for the first time after a 9% surge in values in the March quarter, according to the REIV. The post-lockdown spike was the biggest price increase in metropolitan Melbourne since late 2009. And just in case entering the property market wasn't hard enough for first homeowners, the clock is officially ticking, with a raft of government support measures set to expire in the coming months. First home buyers are flocking to the market to take advantage of the temporary stamp duty concessions or exemptions. A $20,000 grant for first home buyers building or buying new in regional Victoria is also currently scheduled to end on June 30. Now, if you turn on the news and look at the impacts being felt around the world from COVID-19, it really is quite incredible to look at the growth and the figures that we've just shared with you coming from Australia. We may not be through it yet, and we don't know what the future holds, but what we do know is that we're the envy of the world. So until next time, stay positive, test negative, and we'll see you again very soon.